Good morning to you. This is the first time we've upgraded some things. Carrie, I want to show you something. Let's say that we just started our show and I feel a little tickle in my throat. Yeah, this thing's kind of wobbly. Is that what you were owing?
No, I almost
Yeah.
took a sip of this.
And I was gonna let's say that your throat's a little tickly. But I don't want to cough on the microphone.
He found a way to do a stupid cough.
No one just heard you because I muted you. Because I have a cough button now. There we go. I believe.
No one heard what I said.
I don't know. But real quick though, I gotta go over here to Facebook. I gotta check something on Facebook. It says that we're live on Facebook. I'm just going to tag you or something. Save video, edit this, blah blah blah. I'm gonna get
Here's the
onto
thing.
Facebook. I gotta see if I can tag you in this. Or else no one's gonna watch this because normally we
Here's
tag
the
each
other
other.
thing. I have to approve tags because people tag me in stupid crap. So
Uh-oh. Oh wait, I'll go to share. Share to your story. Share to a friend's story.
yeah, do that.
Wait a second. I misread that. Share to a page. How about that? Share. No, I don't want to do that. Get that out of here. Discard that.
Let
Bear
me
with
see if
us.
I can tag myself in it.
Okay, do that. Just bear with us a second. We're going to get straight to it. But it's going to be very boring today. You should probably just turn off and not even listen. No one's even watching. Because we're trying to work out some technical difficulties. In the meantime, please enjoy our t-shirts. You can watch the t-shirt. I can't even tag you in that.
No, I'll just share it.
Are you sharing it now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, very
I'm
well.
trying to.
Guys, I think the word guys is live with restream. I think the word guys is overused in these live videos. I watch all kinds of stuff on social media. People are always like, hey guys, what's up, guys? At any rate, good morning and welcome to
Coffee time with.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it again. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Time with Preston and Carrie. And Carrie's in kind of a mood because she got a little something in her eye. A bug flew right into her eyeball. Is that what happened to you, Carrie?
A bug flew into my eye coming home from the park the other night, which caused some pain, but I think I'm just having I don't know, some allergy or something. It's painful. Yes. And I was going to wear my glasses, but we have a light over here and it reflects off of my glasses. So I cannot see anything happening. Maybe it's better.
It might be. It might be better.
It's probably better if I can't see things.
Well, good. You're not having to read anything. Nobody's asking you for much. You just sit there. You look beautiful. That's why you're on the show. And happy Memorial Day to you.
I'm on the show. Okay. Happy Memorial Day to you too.
Yeah.
You know what Memorial
because
Day
of your
is?
beauty. Do I know what Memorial Day is? Yes. It's a day in which we honor people who have served in the armed services, armed forces.
The people who have died while serving.
It's Veterans Day is the one I was thinking of. The people who have
This
died.
guy.
Absolutely miserable.
That's why I chose this shirt.
And what does it say?
Give me liberty or give me death.
Very nice. I don't know if there's anybody who actually still believes in that these days. Give me liberty or give me death. I don't know.
I do.
We shall see as time marches on.
I know one person who does, and that would be myself.
Very well. Good for you. Listen, what I want to talk about today, and you said that you wanted this to be a surprise to you, so you had no idea, no prep time, no way to get your answers together. So we're going to just catch you completely off guard.
Okay.
Ready? This is what I want to talk about today. Let's talk about bad parenting.
Okay.
and go.
What
And
about it?
I'm gonna hide that because I just realized it down in the bottom corner. It says text to or something. I don't know.
What about bad parenting are we discussing?
Well, what qualifies as bad parenting in your mind? When you think of a bad parent, what are you thinking of? You thinking of somebody who's just who what was that? Mommy dearest, give me a coat hanger.
No,
I'm gonna whoop the crap out of you with a
I
coat
think
hanger.
of somebody who doesn't have a family unit and so they can't fully be there for their child.
Okay.
I mean, not everyone means to be a bad parent. Some people just can't fully be there for their children because of circumstance or whatever. Um, so I don't know. I guess a bad parent is someone who doesn't rear their children appropriately. And that means discipline. You should be disciplining your children.
So a bad parent could be defined as simple as you just didn't discipline the kids enough.
Yeah. Well, no, you just don't discipline the kids.
Okay.
Not enough. I don't think there is an amount that is enough. It all is based off of that child. But if you don't have discipline or teach your kids discipline, then that's not a good parent.
That's true. Is there such thing as not disciplining somebody enough? Wouldn't that just count as either discipline or not discipline?
Yes.
Okay.
You either discipline them or you don't.
No such thing as I just didn't whoop them with a coat hanger enough. You got to whoop them all the way with a coat hanger. It's the follow through.
What
It's
is
like
wrong with
like a
you?
golf stroke.
Can you get off of Mommy Dearest, please?
I've never seen the movie. I've
I
just seen
have.
little clips of it, and I know that somebody got the crap beat out of them.
I saw it as a
Horrible.
little girl.
That
My
explains a
mom
lot
had
about
me
you.
watch it.
That explains a lot about you, Carrie. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but we've got little comments that pop up right over here.
I can't see.
We can see the comments now. We don't have to hold our phone. We don't have to do this because it's not a phone.
But
up
I have
there.
an eye thing happening, and I can't wear my glasses, so I can't see anything.
You took your glasses off so that you would not look nerdy, but look attractive. Not me. I wouldn't think that.
That is
I
not
think glasses are hot. It's all the other people
Can we
who are
move
like,
it along? What is the point?
Listen, Silvio, all the way from Nicaragua, has joined us, and he says, God bless you. God bless you as well, my friend. And he's still down there in Nicaragua. He has not jumped across the border like one of these impatient people. But yet, I digress. I get back to bad parenting. The reason I was bringing up bad parenting is because it's because of Uvalde thing. All these people who are like, oh, this mass shooting and this and that and the other, we got to have gun laws, we got to have this, here's the remedy. If only we could have more security in the schools. Some people are like, if only we could arm the teachers. Other people are like, if only we could ban guns and make it harder for people to get guns.
Also, we should, ban alcohol for all the people who like to get drunk. And we should ban cars for all the people who want to drink and drive. I mean, obviously, the only thing you could do in that situation is ban a car. Because that is the weapon.
Why are opioids not banned? There's like thousands of kids, hundreds. I don't know. Do the math. I'm sure you can go on Google and find the numbers of children, young people, 18 and less, dying opioids overdose.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that could be also let's ban video games.
Let's ban everything.
Because video games helps play into that. I mean, if you take everything out that is a bad influence and take all responsibility off of the person doing it, then you will have nothing. There is always a reason to do evil.
That's exactly right.
People will find a way to do evil. So if you say, well, look, I lived in the LA area as a kid. The school that I was zoned to go to had metal detectors put in because 2 kids were shot the year before. And I was scared. I was legitimately scared to go to school there. And I mean, I feel like it wasn't, I mean, I don't know what I know that a lot of the activity then was gang activity because it was the 90s, but they put in metal detectors and moved on.
Okay. And that solved the problems? Metal detectors.
Nothing solves the problem of somebody wanting to do something illegally. They will find a way to do it illegally.
So we should make school shootings illegal. Oh, wait, no, you're saying that making things illegal or okay, I'm just making sure I'm hearing everything right.
I'm just saying if you take the guns out of the equation, all you're doing is taking away people's right to defend themselves. You're not helping not you're not helping the situation of school shootings. What happens when there's no guns? They'll get a knife. Are you going to ban all knives from school knifings? The year in high school, there was a kid who walked around and hit like punctured a bunch of people with a pin, and they got, I don't know, hepatitis or something
Oh,
from
really?
it. So, are you
At your school
at my
or
school?
oh my God.
So, are you going to ban pins?
We should ban hepatitis.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You can't.
I don't get it. But listen, the more we go down this rabbit hole, we'll start talking about all the stuff that's happened. How can we protect it? How can we solve this? I got the answer. Ready? I have spent my whole life being the answer man. I've got everything figured out. I've got it all wrapped up. Not really. But I will say this: bad parenting is to blame. Bad parents. This Uvalde kid, where's his parents? Let's talk about the things that nobody's talking about.
Have we read anything on his parents?
No. Well, I haven't personally. I'm not saying it's not out there. I'm not saying that there's not other background on this kid. I don't know. But the main thing, I'm scrolling down the news feed. I'm looking at news headlines, and every one of them is the same. Either Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, is vowing to do something about it, or Biden is vowing to do something about it.
What can he
Everybody's,
do?
they can do something. Oh, that's what it was. Biden was like, we got to do something about these guns. Greg Abbott, Republican, is like, we got to do something about mental health. It's mental health. Hang on one second. We got another comment from Brandon Falcon. Good morning.
Morning.
And he says he loves the shirt. The Eric Sound Studio shirt? I know.
No,
a friend of mine made this
he's
for me.
talking about my shirt.
Oh, yes, your shirt. Much more relevant than shameless self-promotion of Eric Sound Studio. That is a music project of mine. You can check it out on Spotify. Eric Sound Studio. Got a couple of songs out there, but
anyway.
Shameless promotion. Back to it. So we got the governor of Texas blaming crazy people. And you got to be crazy to shoot up a school. No, duh. You got the president of the United States blaming guns. We got to do something about all these guns. And no one that I've seen on any of the mainstream media outlets, no one has said, where the hell are the parents? Where are this kid's parents? Why don't we get these two human beings into a room and say, what the hell's going on, guys? What, you want to explain yourselves? Why was grandma raising this kid? Why is there not a father in the family teaching this kid how to overcome being bullied or whatever it is? What the hell's going on?
I do 100% believe that children need their father. And when they don't have that, when they are lacking a father figure in their life, it starts an uphill battle for them. And I'm just talking about normalcy, right? Because the United States has come to this point where they've decided to make something abnormal look normal all the time, everywhere and everything. And like, I understand things happen and people might lose their father in like a car accident or something like that. Statistically speaking, those children succeed on another level in comparison to the children whose fathers leave,
Yeah,
or
right,
whose
right.
mothers leave, or if they who have a
Oh, I
break.
see. So even a kid who has to go through a traumatic experience of the loss of a parent will do better than a kid who's just their parents got divorced.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Because to that child, the parent has chosen to leave them.
Gotcha.
To that child, they're trying to wrap their mind around the fact that mom and dad don't find me important enough to stay.
Sure. Yeah, it's got to do mental, it's got to mess a kid up, mess somebody up, which is why I'm not calling it divorce anymore. I am on a campaign to end mind control through words and titles. I'm doing away with divorce. I'm calling it family destroying. Oh, we're going to get family destroyed. We just couldn't work things out. So me and your mom are going to destroy the family, son, daughter. Let's call it what it is. Let's stop putting fancy words on it. But listen, the bad parenting is to blame for so many of the problems in our country right now. The disintegration of the nuclear family. You can't take your body and go stand in front of an X-ray machine that's got all these little microscopic particles flying out. You stand in front of some radioactive isotope or whatever the hell for long enough. What's going to happen is these little radioactive particles are going to slam against the the particles in your body on the atomic level, and before you know it, you're going to be full of cancer because the actual atoms that make up the cells are going to fall apart. Then the cells are going to fall apart. Then your body is going to fall apart. Then you're going to die. So the nuclear family, the absolute fabric of our society, destroyed. We saw this in Nicaragua. Most third world countries, developing countries is the new key phrase. But look, we saw it. I didn't realize it. We moved out. You might not know this about Carrie and I, but we were missionaries in Nicaragua for 4 years. Started a church, started a drug rehab. I was a pastor. I was the pastor of that church. And we came in contact with what I like to call the mommy culture. And what is the mommy culture? It's not non-present dads. It's
Yeah,
whole generations of people being raised by single mothers.
yeah, they've always got that breastfed tit in their mouth. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. The only way to raise a man is to have men in their lives.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you have men or males not being men, just teaching people that they can't be that. I
Yeah,
mean, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, if you don't have a father present, you don't. Here's something I know, being a woman. There are things that I, in and of myself, cannot do. I absolutely need you to help me with the children,
Sure.
because I had them grow in my body, and I have an attachment to them that doesn't allow me to step outside of that emotion from time to time.
Mhm.
Women are more emotional than men. And so there are things that you see that the children need that I inherently want to protect them from.
Right.
So if it's just me in the home raising them and I don't have a strong man with me, it makes it incredibly difficult to raise a well-rounded child. And the thing is that we're living in a culture now where people are being told to, just, if it doesn't work out, just get a divorce, live together before you get married, do all of these things.
Yep.
And the family unit is being torn apart. And you can see that is reflected in our society, that the family unit is being torn apart. And we've removed God from everything. And now we're living just under a curse, because when you remove God from everything, he removes his favor.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So,
exactly right. That's it, man. You can't eliminate the fathers and then think that that everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I got another comment from Brandon. I skipped the one about washing of the truck because that would be like a commercial for my business. I don't want to do that. This is commercial free. Brandon Falcon says, nope, gonna push through it. Divorce is a big fear of mine. That's right.
Yeah.
And he uses quotes divorce. And I appreciate that, Brandon. It's a key word, divorce. There ain't no such thing as divorce. It's family destroying. And we got to make a choice. When I married Carrie over here, it was till death do us part. Better or worse. But people, they just skip right over all that stuff. They have no concept of relationship and what that means.
Well, or work.
But let's keep going though. And I want to talk about my own experience with bad parenting when we were down in Nicaragua. And I was looking at the mommy culture everywhere. Fast forward when we got back to the States, I understood much better what happened in the Black community in the 60s when the nuclear family, the Black family, was destroyed. And then you had problems in the Black community all over the nation. Now look at the white people. And for the past 2 generations, they've been children of divorce, children of destroyed families, being raised by single parents, single moms, all this other stuff. And the same thing that happened in the Black community, it's happening in the white community, which means it's happening all over the nation. But I digress from that.
It's a spirit, though.
It's the spirit of, well, yeah, the spirit. The devil wants to destroy the family. Go back to the story of the Garden of Eden. You had the first family, Adam and Eve. And what happened? He got between this married couple. Mm-hmm. And turned them against each other and did all this. So if you can destroy the family, you can destroy anything you want. You'll destroy the world and you'll keep the world exactly where you want it. But I was the pastor of this church. I was a very busy man. And I was doing the drug rehab stuff every day, doing the pastor stuff every day. And I really thought, I'm a good guy. I'm making a difference. I'm helping other people. And my mentors, the people who were also pastors, the people who were older than me, been doing it longer, people I had to talk to, my support group. You know what they told me? I'd tell them, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, or I feel burnout. I wouldn't say that, but I would say I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm depressed. You know what they would say? That's just par for the course. That's just the way it goes. That's just the cross God gave you to bear. And something didn't set right with me. Matter of fact, didn't sit right so much that I started taking Xanax. That's right. While on the mission field, I could just go to a drugstore, give me a pack of Xanax, and you know what the pharmacists would say? Or they're not even pharmacists. They're just people who selling pills.
Drugs.
You know what they would say?
A drug dealer.
Oh, you having problems sleeping? This is me. Yeah. And so I started taking Xanax to help me unwind. I knew a lot of pastors who drank to help them unwind. They weren't alcoholics, but they were doing this. And it was pitiful. And all of my support group, like I just said, they were telling me the same thing. It's just par for the course, man. You know what else they would say? It's just an attack from the enemy. Well, it is that. But they would just tell me basically, just keep going. And it's just never going to get any better. Well, let me tell you what God told me. Not what these people told me, but what God revealed to me. I was given all my time to people coming and wanting my time, my energy, my focus, my attention to have counseling sessions. They'd say, oh, I got all these problems. And then I'd give them all the answers. Because like I said before, I'm the answer man. I can tell you how to fix your life. Of course, mine was falling apart slowly while I was being told it's just normal. But I'm giving these people all these answers. And you know what they're doing? Okay, thanks. And then they leave and then they come back 2 weeks later. Oh, I'm still having this problem. And all they want to do is just talk to me. They don't want to listen to me. They just want me to listen to them. And God showed me, you know, Preston, you're a pastor to your family first. I gave you a church. I gave you a mission. I gave you a wife and 3 kids. And you're going to be judged on how you're handling them, not how you're handling these other people that I didn't give you. This is something that you built for yourself, Preston. I gave you a family. You did something else. And I had to make a decision right then and there. Am I going to hang up my identity as a pastor, as a missionary, everything that everybody knew me as, what I had built my life on? Am I going to walk away from that to do what God wants me to do, which is be the pastor that he called me to be to my family? Or am I going to continue to push forward in my religious career? Well, I made my choice, and we packed our crap and we left. We came back to America, and long story short, we don't even go to a mainstream church anymore. We just go to a little church in the park, a couple of us meeting and fellowshipping. But my point is this: if you cannot make that decision to put your children first, you had them, you made them, your life ended. It didn't really end, because my thought is this: money doesn't make me rich, a job doesn't make me rich, prestige, power, none of that. My children make me a rich man. That's my longevity there. My wife makes me a rich man. Look at the story of Job. Very rich.
I just want you to remember that every
They make me rich because they're
moment.
they're a tax write-off as well. So they're making me money. They're making me so
There
much
it
money.
is.
But listen, the story of Job, all his stuff gets taken away. Who cares? But his children die, and he's a poor man. The children make me a rich man. None of this other crap. And until men realize that they are called to be the pastors of their families, instead of outsourcing it to some clergyman for 10% of your income, until you step up and be that, it's not going to work, people. Our country, our society, our neighborhoods, our schools, they're just going to go down, down, down. Oh, here's one more. Our churches are going to continue to be weak and pathetic.
And they're already on that path, right? They're already going down. We're already seeing that. We're seeing people, or the spirit that lives in them, the evil spirit, has shown them, if you get the children, you won't have to do a lot of work.
That's right.
You won't have to get them when they're kids. And so you see a huge movement in schools and other places to affect our children in a negative way. And they don't see it as being negative. But if you don't have the Spirit of God in you, it's negative what's happening to the
That's
children.
exactly right.
It really is.
God created Adam first. He created Adam in his image to be the image of God on this planet. And Adam threw that away because he listened to his wife. It was more important to get laid from his wife than it was to do what God wanted him to do.
He thinks that Adam did what he did because he just wanted to get laid, and that Eve was like, ooh, eat the apple. Like, you're not going to get this if you don't eat the apple. It doesn't say that.
I've been married long enough.
It does not say that anywhere in the Bible. This is all in Preston's head. Like, oh, she just this huge. It doesn't even say she seduced Adam into anything.
Let me tell you.
But in his mind, he's like, I'm
telling you.
Oh, this wench.
Are you done?
She held sex over his head.
Oh, I felt some phlegm in my throat. I almost muted you. I like this power. I got this mute button.
I will throw it across the room.
I've been a man long enough. I've been married long enough to know that the only reason a guy is doing nice things for a female is because he wants to get laid.
No, that's not true.
Why? Hang on a second. Why does he want to get laid? Because he wants to start a family, because he wants to be a rich man. That's it.
Oh,
the only reason is because of sex. Mark my words. Tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's what I meant to say. Not tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong all day long, Carrie.
All I'm saying is
Prove me
you
wrong.
cannot say that in the Bible Eve was like dangling sex over Adam.
What else did she have to dangle?
You can't say that.
She had nothing else.
Because there's nothing that even remotely points to that.
Okay. All anecdotal. All my evidence anecdotal. But anytime a man is afraid of a woman, the reason young men are afraid to talk to girls is because they want one thing from them, and they're worried that they're not going to get that thing. They're worried they're going to do something wrong, and they're going to blow their chances. It's sex.
Yeah,
It's all it's
I
ever
agree
been.
with that, and
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of things,
Mhm.
but I do not agree that I think we try to wrap our, again, physical, humanistic minds around things that were spiritual. And when you're talking about the very first man and the
Mhm.
very first woman, and she was created from him,
Yeah.
I think there was a level of intimacy and a level of just friendship that was already there, that she wouldn't have had to dangle anything over him. Plus, we're talking about good and evil, right? Well, they didn't know about good and evil yet. So she, I don't think, was trying to dangle anything over him. I think that it
Aha!
was.
You're wrong. She had already eaten the fruit. Then she was like, Adam, eat this fruit. And he was like, no, baby, you're not going to get any tonight. And he was like,
That
this.
never
Listen,
happened. It doesn't.
other places in the
It
Bible.
doesn't. Listen, I don't
No,
care
no,
about
no,
other.
no, no. You've
I care
other places
about
in the
other
Bible.
places in the Bible.
Yeah.
What I am saying is, there's nothing
Yeah.
that even remotely
You're wrong.
supports your theory.
You're 100%
Nothing.
wrong. Oh,
It
yeah, there is.
doesn't say no.
Okay. I'm about to tell you. Shh, 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 shh. The Proverbs say, it's better to live on the corner of your roof than to share a house with a contentious woman. Hell hath no fury.
Did it say
like a woman
that
scorned?
the woman was Eve?
Oh, it doesn't matter. But my point is, anytime I don't even remember what the hell I was saying, but anytime a man is following behind a woman out of fear, it's going to end poorly. Like, I don't know, with the entire world living in hell.
God is smiting you right now.
So nice to have that mute button.
God is not allowing you to speak. He's going to choke you.
That's true. I don't know if the mute button is really worth it, because you can still see in the camera
that you muted it.
Me flailing all over the place.
Okay, my eye's really hurting, and we're about 30 minutes in.
30 minutes in, so let's wrap it up on this. You got to make a choice, men. You got to make a choice. Are you going to be there for the kids? Because God already gave us an institution. He already gave us all the laws and rules and regulations that we need to make a great place to live and to a great place to live and a wonderful place for the next generation to have longevity and to all be rich. And it's called the family. And too many men throwing it away on sex, on fear. I'll leave it at that. Fear is probably the biggest one. You're afraid. And like I said, when I was a clergyman, when I was a professional Christian, I had to make a choice. Am I going to put my religion in front of my own family? Am I going to chase after this? Or am I going to do what's right? And God was very blunt with me. I'm not going to judge you on what you did in the mission field, whether or not you were successful or a failure. I'm going to judge you as to whether or not you were there in the lives of these 3 children and this wife I gave you. And that's a hard one. And I've seen too many times the families of clergymen being destroyed. Hell, we got the Catholics. They're like, oh, you just can't even have a family. Just don't even have one. It's against our religion. And the family and the disintegration of the family and bad parenting is the cause of all the BS that we're seeing right now happening in our country. You can't be walking around putting on dresses. You can't be finding your identity in your sexuality. And you definitely can't be shooting up schools and grocery stores if you have an intact family, if you had a healthy upbringing, married parents, man and woman.
If you're finding your identity in anything other than Jesus Christ, you're on the wrong path. I'm sorry, but if you're finding identity in anything but your Father, you are in the wrong, and it's going to lead to a lifetime of pain. You cannot find your identity in your skin color. You cannot find your identity in your husband, in your children, in your parents. You have to find it in the Father.
That's it.
That's the only way to be fulfilled.
Think about this week. Go and be alone with God so that he can tell you things about yourself and how to fix yourself. And if enough of us do that, if enough of us get back to God, we return to the Father, get our lives in order, guess what will happen to our neighborhoods, our local institutions? It'll all be fixed. But the institutions are us. We are the institutions. You can't have busted up, nasty, broken people serving in these institutions and think that your country is going to be healthy. It's not. And I've seen it. I've seen what it's done to other countries. Big problem with Nicaragua, civil war after civil war after civil war. A lot of their men died or packed their families up and got the heck away from the civil war. And the people that were left, they had to pick up those pieces. And we call it the third world, but in actuality, what it is destroyed families. We're going to end on that. Coffee time with Preston and Carrie, Sundays at 9. This week was an exception because we're out of town. Sundays live on Facebook and now YouTube. And I think we're going to see about catching the replay on your Instagram page, correct?
Correct.
So go there. Sundays at 9
a.m.
a.m. And we'll talk to you later.
Bye.